These rice terraces are among the oldest in the world and have been recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Although they were built by ancient people over 2,000 years ago, modern-day Filipinos still cultivate rice and harvest hundreds of tons of rice from them. The way this farming is done is extraordinary because it has overcome the problem of rainwater washing away the soil due to the steep slopes of the mountains. So how do the farmers do this? Today, let's go to these peaceful rice terraces to learn how rice is grown here differently than in the plains. Before we begin, please like and subscribe to the channel so we can make more free videos. To create rice terraces suitable for cultivation, the people have to choose areas of land without rocks on the hillsides and mountainsides that are quite large with a moderate slope and in a favorable position to receive rainwater and stream water. Then, they level the hillsides into flat land. The work is done entirely by hand using hoes and shovels to dig, build, and clear the land and bring water to the fields. The surface of the fields is as flat as the fields in the plains, but due to the slope, the rice terraces have a narrow width of only a few meters to retain the muddy soil, water, and nutrients as best as possible. To bring water to the rice terraces, ditches are dug, creating a flow of water from high to low. With their creativity, the people have invented the water wheel, which is used as a machine to bring water to the fields for use in animal husbandry or to bring water to the village for living. When the bucket sinks, it fills with water, and then, as the wheel rotates, the bucket tilts with the rotation of the wheel and pours water into the trough. In this way, the people cleverly connect the bamboo trees together to form pipes to bring water to the rice terraces. Water flows from the ravines through pipes down to the fields, and then from one terrace to the next, creating a complex irrigation system. Next to each household's field is a subsidiary ditch to bring water to the owner of the field below. When the people in the field above have finished planting, they let water into the subsidiary ditch for the people below, and everyone shares the water source for cultivation, ensuring that the fields have enough water. In drought years, when there is not enough water for plowing and planting, the households will agree to take turns taking water so that everyone has enough water for cultivation. Have you ever seen rice terraces in real life? Comment below and let us know. We will suggest you the most beautiful rice terraces in the world at the end of the video. The rice planting process in the highlands is similar to that in the plains. However, farmers here will use more rudimentary tools, such as buffaloes to plow the land and hoes to level the rice terraces. These tools may look basic, but they must all be sharpened by professional blacksmiths in the area. In recent years, handheld tillers have been used more and more, allowing farmers to plow 500 square meters of land in just 1 hour. Farmers in the Philippine and Vietnam rice terrace area say that 8 kilos of rice will yield about 2 tons of rice, enough to feed a family of 3 for a whole year. Due to the terrain, people here mainly harvest by hand. As early as dawn, people call each other to go to the fields to harvest rice. They use sickles to cut the rice and bundle it into sheaves. In the highlands of Vietnam, this woman is harvesting glutinous rice with a small handheld tool. She does not harvest the rice stalks, but only the branches with rice grains. You can see that this way of harvesting rice is slow, but the farmers say they can harvest an entire field in 1 day, yielding over 100 kilos of sticky rice. The average rice yield in the rice terraces is about 56.5 tons per hectare, lower than the 68.4 tons per hectare in the plains. Since the planting area is small and mostly uses human labor, most of the people who grow rice in rice terraces grow it for home consumption. Once the rice has dried, the strong farmers will gather it into piles to be fed into the threshing machine. In many places where there is not enough money to buy a threshing machine, people use buffaloes to trample on the rice grains or pound the rice to remove the grains. However, this method cannot compare to the 5-minute threshing capacity of a threshing machine. On the other hand, doing manual labor in the fresh air like this makes the farmers in the highlands very strong. This old woman is 70 years old, but can still thresh over 50 kilos of rice in one morning. After the rice is threshed, it is placed in sacks and brought back home for hulling to remove the husk. Unlike commercial rice, farmers here do not process the rice grains too elaborately, but only remove grit and dirt before using or selling it at the local market. However, there are still large rice mills in the area that package the rice into large sacks like this. If you want to know more about the process of producing commercial rice, please watch the video linked below the description. The remaining rice stalks will be left in the fields as fertilizer or brought home to feed cattle. Ethnic people in these places often use the stubble after harvesting as fertilizer for the summer crop by plowing and submerging the stubble. Rice terraces, in addition to providing food for people, also generate income from tourism. Many different ethnicities around the world cultivate rice terraces, and in each country they have their own unique beauty and colors. For example, the 2,000-year-old rice terraces I mentioned at the beginning of the video are called the Banaway Rice Terraces and are located in the Ifugao Mountains, Philippines. It is called the 8th wonder of the world because of its incredible scale and height. With a height of 1,500 meters above sea level and an area of over 10,360 square kilometers, it is said that Banaway could encircle half the world if the ending point weren't on the mountainside. Located in the Philippines' neighboring country, Vietnam's Mu Cang Chai rice terraces were once listed among the top 12 most beautiful rice terraces in the world, according to The Telegraph, a famous British newspaper. The rice terraces in Mu Cang Chai consist of small plots of land cleared on each mountain peak with an altitude of 800 to 1,700 meters. Every year, the rice terraces here attract more than 370,000 tourists to visit because each season has its own unique beauty. Traveling a bit further to Moray, Peru, you will encounter the ancient Inca people's spiral rice terraces at an altitude of over 3,500 meters, resembling a giant ancient Roman Colosseum dug into the earth. Today, it is only a historical tourist area and is no longer cultivated. What's special is that the entire Moray terraces have up to 20 different climates due to the difference in elevation of the rice terraces of about 150 meters and 15 degrees Celsius. Therefore, scientists believe that this could be the way the Inca used to study the effects of different climatic conditions on various plant varieties. Where would you like to visit and explore the most? Let me know in the comments below. For now, goodbye, and see you again in the next video.